welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive. This is Nina and I'm here to do your weekly reading. This reading is going to be from the 30th of January through the 5th of February 2023. So, before we jump into it, remember these readings are general. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I put all the cards I use below in the description along with timestamps so you can quick and easy can find your reading once you've made your pick. And remember, if you want to go deep within the ascension process or awakening process, I have another channel called Awakening with Nina, also linked in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into the reading of this week. You have 3 decks and 3 crystals to choose from, as always. On number 1 today, we have the This Might Hurt Tarot. On number 2, we have the Spacious Tarot. And on number 3, we have the Sasurabito Tarot. And you have 3 crystals. On number 1, you have quite a light mucate. And on number 2, you have petrified wood. And on number 3, you have a snow quartz. So, sink into your intuition. Ask your angels and guides to guide you to pick either number 1, 2, or 3. Pause the video if you need more time, and I'll be back in a moment, and I'll start with number 1. Removing number 3 and number 2. Okay, number 1. So if you picked this beautiful mucate crystal and you picked the This Might Hurt Tarot, then this is your reading. So we're going to pull 6 cards as we always do in the weekly. Excuse me. I also have some oracle cards and I'm also going to use a couple of charms today. Hope you're doing well, number 1. Let's see what kind of energies you might bump up against this coming week, and we ask Spirit, on advice how to maneuver those energies. That is what my readings are all about. It's about energies. So let's see. You have the Chariot. That's a beautiful start. Okay, that didn't pop out right. There you go. The 6 of Cups. Okay. They're not cooperating properly today. There we got the Tower. Yeah, I saw that earlier. I was afraid that was going to pop out. I tried not to make it pop out, but it did. Yeah, anyways, okay, so let's see the Lovers here. The King of Cups. Okay. And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, underneath we have the 3 of Swords. So, okie dokie. Well, we'll have to take what we get. Underneath there, the 2 of Wands. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there was a couple of things that popped in my head while I was putting out these cards. So let us address that first. So the first thing I saw here was somebody missing a grandfather. So this is the 6 of Cups is reminiscing. It's looking back. It's remembering childhood or remembering things that has passed. It can be remember people or situations or things that we did in the past or the people we knew in the past. It can also be, of course, childhood wounds. It can be something about childhood. And with this, the King of Cups can, of course, be just a loving masculine energy. But it just popped into my head when I saw it. I heard grandfather. So for some of you, there might be somebody about a grandfather, either alive or on the other side, that you are missing, that you are having, either if you had a very good relationship and you are now missing them, or if you miss having a good relationship with them, take that as it resonates. But there was something about a grandfather energy here. If you have a grandfather in spirit, then this is a hello from them, okay? Now, with the 3 of Swords, first I thought that might be, feeling hurt as in a love relationship since the Lovers was here. And that might be for some of you. But when this is underneath the 2 of Wands, which is about planning, looking ahead, seeing where to go, then for some of you, this might be that you have the plans that you had set for yourself, the road that you had chosen has gotten some bumps in the road. There's something that stopped you from moving forward. So it's a kind of a stuck energy, what I'm feeling about that. And that might be the Tower that happened here. There was something that happened that kind of put you off your path. It comes together with the Tower, comes together with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very connected to the spiritual realm. So for some of you, this might be your spiritual journey that you feel like it's not moving in the direction that you wanted it to, or if something has happened that kind of shook you out of your dormant every day and kind of made you realize that you have to wake up to the reality of spirituality, kind of. So for some of you, this might have been an 1111 wake-up call into spirituality. And something happened in your life that was kind of, it hurt you and it put your plans just poof aside. Maybe you had a normal job to begin with and everything just went south, and now Spirit is trying to tell you that there's another direction. So you have to, there's many ways to read this, so you have to kind of feel where this is resonating with you. But you have the Chariot here together with the Lovers. And for me, that tells me that there's a loving relationship in your life. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It can be a loving friend. It can be the relationship with Spirit, and it's a good relationship, and it has the Chariot, which is a kind of a victory card, and it's a strong victory card. And the Chariot is also where we have the forward movement energy. So I would say that if this is your spiritual journey, they're saying that you have a good connection. You are in good connection with Spirit, and this is strong, and it's not going to falter. It's not going to go bad at any time. It's here, it's there, and it's going to stay that way. Okay, but there might be something regarding your past that you might need to look at, that you might need to feel through. You might have been shook out of your comfort zone a little bit here to wake up. Okay, so this for you might have been a huge wake-up call. So that's one way of reading it. Another way of reading it is it's regarding a relationship. It can be a relationship with a love relationship, with a friend, with a family member. Take that as it resonates. And you thought it was going good and steady. And we are reminiscing about the past. Feelings are good. Everything is fine. And then all of a sudden something happens that shooks you. It just turns everything over. And you end up heartbroken. And the plans that you had went south, So that's another way of reading it. So, yeah. So you have to feel into what resonates for you, number one, okay? So let's see if Spirit has some advice, no matter what kind of situation that you are in or going into. Okay, let's see here. And if Spirit has some additional messages for you. Divine Matrix, okay. Okay, yeah. Now I'm hearing that things are being orchestrated in your favor, okay? So even if this seemed like a loss, it seemed like, it felt bad for you. You didn't want this to happen. What they're trying to say with this is that it's divinely orchestrated. So there's something that needed to happen to wake you up or to shift you on another path, okay? And yeah, okay, now I'm not going to say any more than that. I'm just going to draw a couple more cards first, okay? The Oracle's gift, yeah. It doesn't seem like a gift right now, but it actually is what they're trying to say with that card. It is a gift, a hidden gift. Okay, let's see the last card here. Quieting the mind, yeah. So they want to connect with you, and they want to show you the way forward here, but you need to connect. So you need to quiet the mind. So don't let your ego make the situation into being a lot more than it needs to be, okay? You have very strong cards here. You have the Queen of Wands, and you have the King of Cups. You have the Chariot card here. You have the Lovers card here. So this is not a bad situation. It might have felt bad in the moment, okay? It might have felt like a loss. It might have felt like, something that shook you up or rocked the boat or whatever. But it isn't. It isn't. And that's what they're saying here with the Oracle's gifts. It is a hidden, it is kind of a gift in disguise. It's the silver lining in all of this. So the Divine Matrix is also where we understand who we truly are, and we understand how things are woven together in this life. That you are a spiritual being having a human experience and not the other way around. And that you are a supreme being. You are a light. You are a beam from God. And you're only here to experience what it's like to be a human. So if you can look upon it from that perspective, then this situation might not look so severe. So, but there is something that they would like to connect with you and to tell you. So, I would definitely set aside time for meditation this week. Make sure that you connect good so that you get the messages that they have for you. Okay. And remember that this is a blessing in disguise. Okay. So let's pull a couple of charms for you in the end here today. Number one, let's see what you get for this coming week. Just a couple of them in my hand. Okay. So for some of you, this might have been something to do with health. Okay. Something, all of a sudden you got sick in a situation where you did not want to get sick, or, you know, you hurt yourself, or something happened that made you lose the plans. You know, everything went south kind of because something happened. So for some of you, this might have been medical, either for you or for somebody else. You have the dolphin here, so they're inviting you to get into the energy of joy, the energy of play. So even though we are feeling down and out, we can kind of take a break from it, okay? We can say that, you know what, I just need a break from feeling bad. I just need a break from the crying or the break from the troubles. I'm just going to do something fun for the next hour, for the next day. You know, I'm just going to do something for me that makes me get into the energy of joy. Now you have two snowmen here. For me, that's kind of a relationship as well. I'm hearing grandparents for some of you here. There's a grandmother and a grandfather here. Something about visiting grandparents or missing grandparents or something into that nature. It keeps coming to me. But anyways, it's about a couple. It's about, you know, a relationship as the lovers over here as well. So there is definitely some sort of loving relations in your life or coming towards you, okay? You have the Sagittarius here, and the Sagittarius is where we aim for the future. We are not giving up. We aim for the future. We get that energy from spirit to continue and to move forward. You also have a feather here, and feathers for me can mean many things. Of course, it can be angel feathers, it can be feathers from birds. So it can also be an invitation for nature, being outside, looking at the birds, being in connection with all that is, all, you know, stuff like that. But it can also be shamanism. For some of you, they were very often depicted through feathers. And there also might be signs from birds. I have to tell you also, if you have a grandparent in spirit, pay attention to birds. There might be a message from your grandparents in spirit through a bird. If there's a bird that's acting differently, if there's a bird that's coming to your window, looking at you, or something like, or you find a feather on the ground, just know that is a message from them. I'm just getting very clearly grandparents here, and so I just have to convey that, okay? Well, that was all I had for you this coming week, number one. I hope this made sense. Hope you liked the reading. I wish you a beautiful week. Until the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, number two. So if you picked the petrified wood and you picked the Spacious Tarot, then this is your reading. So let's pull 6 cards as we always do in the weekly. I hope you're doing well, number two. Remember, these readings are about energies. So this is about energies you might bump up against this coming week, and then Spirit's advice on how to maneuver those energies. There might also be messages for you from Spirit. We'll see where we go and what happens. You got the Fool to begin with. 9 of Cups. 6 of Swords. The Elder of Wands. I do believe that's the King of Wands. Wait. And you got the 9 of Swords. The deck almost fell out of my hand at that moment. And the World card. Okay. So 4 of Cups. Okay, underneath there we have Explorer of Swords, which I do believe is... I'll double check with the book here, but I do believe that's the Knight of Swords. But let us double check before we get into this, so I don't say anything wrong to you. Let's open up the Spacious Tarot and just have a look, just to be on the safe side. Let's see here. So the Elder is the mastery of their suit, so that's of course the King. The Explorer, yes, that is the Knight. So that's of course Page, Knight, Queen, and King. Okay. So That's what I thought. Anyway, so the Fool together with the Elder of Wands, which is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is the leader. Okay, he's very secure in his skin. He has the passion, he has the drive, the forward movement, but he has all his ducks in a row, kind of, and it comes together with the Fool. So there's about trusting either yourself as a leader or trusting a leader in your life. Nine of Cups is where we are fulfilled, where we have, you know, we are feeling fulfilled, we are feeling abundant in our own life, but it comes together with the Nine of Swords. So there might be someone who is afraid of not reaching their potential, or afraid of not being content, or not receiving enough to feel content, or are struggling with feeling content in their life. Okay. The Six of Swords is where we leave the old behind and we go to new shores, and the world is actually where we finish off an old chapter and step into something new. The Four of Cups is where we are offered a cup, but we are not sure if we're going to receive it or if we're going to say yes. But it can also be where we are focusing on only the 3 cups that are spilled and not seeing the 4th cup that is actually being offered to us. Comes together with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords can be drama. It can be the card of drama, but it can also be where we are cutting the cords to the old and stepping into the new. Underneath here, you have the Wheel of Fortune. That's very good news. Something is tipping in your favor now, okay? But I do see that you are worried about something. That the Nine of Swords can also be where we have sleepless nights. We are worrying about something, but it can also be anxiety. It can also be your own mind kind of playing mind tricks on you, if you will. Jedi mind tricks. There is something that you need to move away from, I feel here. The Six of Swords and the World card together is leaving something behind, okay? Maybe looking at the new offer being handed to you here, even though you might not be able to see it right now, or maybe you're being reluctant to accept it. But there's something about trust here as well. So maybe you have been given a new opportunity from a leader within your work, and you're not sure if you're going to accept it. You're afraid maybe it's going to be too much work, and it's going to influence your private happiness and your abundance and your happiness, and you feel like, I'm not sure if I want to do this. So that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is, this is you as the leader, okay? And they're asking you to step forward as the leader. They're asking you to take charge. They're asking you to take the responsibility of whatever it is that you're focusing on. But you might be reluctant and back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I? Can I truly do this? Am I good enough? Do I have all the tools I need? Will I be happy with doing this? Will I feel content? So the leaving behind can be, for some of you, it can be leave behind the mindset of not feeling good enough, not being able to, that kind of thing, and start trusting in yourself and in that spirit got you. So that's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it, and this is where you have to feel into your resonance. You might need to say no to this, okay? And because it wasn't meant for you, okay? They need you to step into a new chapter, something different. And really weigh with your heart whether or not you should accept this or cut it out of your life. Okay, so this can go both ways. But the Wheel of Fortune can also be the card of destiny. So for me, I need just to say, you need to follow your heart. You need to follow your destiny. You need to listen to spirit, listen to your higher self as to where to go in this situation. There's something about trust here as well, since the Fool comes up. And so they're saying, trust that we have you. Trust that we know where to go. Trust that, whatever was meant for you will come to you no matter what. Nothing can take that away from you if it is your destiny. Okay? So that's a remembrance here as well. And they're also saying, taking charge of your own life, don't be afraid to go after what you want. The power of purpose. Yeah. So is this your purpose? You have to ask yourself, this offer that's coming to you, is this your purpose or is it not? If it is your purpose, I would say, I think that they're inviting you to go down that road then and say yes, and leave something else behind. If it's not your purpose, if it doesn't sit right with you, if it doesn't resonate with you, then maybe this is not your purpose, okay? Beyond the ordinary, okay. So I'm having a feeling for some of you, you might be invited to go into something that is not so, you know, normal maybe. Go into something that maybe everybody else is not doing. Go into something that might be viewed as weird or strange or, you know, out of the ordinary. So they're asking you to dare to step into that now. It might be spirituality. It might be a spiritual practice. It might be starting up as a reader, as a healer, you know, doing that kind of work. It might be actually stepping into the truth of who you are. It might be telling other people that, you know what, I speak to spirit, take it or leave it, that's me, you know, those kind of things. So it's an invitation for you to step into something that's beyond the ordinary. And the last card for you is Sacred Reverence. Okay. Yeah, I do feel a lot of spirituality in this reading, number 2, I have to say. So there's definitely something that they have in store for you. They have put something in motion for you. And are you following that, or are you not? Are you still kind of pushing on your own agenda, letting the ego kind of pull you into one direction, or are you listening to spirit now? Are you letting yourself be guided by spirit now? Have to ask that question to you. Anyways, let's pull some charms for the next week as well. Let's see what you get, number 2. Just a couple in my hand. Yeah, you got the Joker here, and the Joker can be someone who is a joker, of course, but it can also be someone who is playing a role, but there's something underneath. A joker can be someone who is putting on a brave face, putting on the smiles, but underneath there's sorrow. It can also be someone who is a trickster, who is not speaking their truth and who's not truthful. So take that as it resonates. You've got these buttons with pearls on it, and for me that's about putting on the nice stuff. It's about not being afraid to shine here. You got an eraser. This is the eraser that you put at the end of a pencil. So I don't know if you feel like you have been erased from someone or something, or you feel the need to erase something from your life. Yeah, it could be regarding leaving something old behind here. Kind of erasing that from your life. Take that as it resonates. Now you have this little blue pearl here, and this blue for me is about the air element. It's about the skies. It is about, you know, the color blue. It can also be about your throat, you're speaking your truth, you know, throat chakra. It can also be about nature, getting out into nature. Now you have both a train here, and you also have a bicycle. Bicycle can of course mean go for a bicycle ride or exercise your physical form, but when two of them come as a travel, you know, means of travel, I would say that maybe that you're going to travel this coming week. Now you have the horseshoe, which is a lucky symbol for me. You have a little angel here for you, that angels are guiding over you. You do also have a little grumpy frog here. So I don't know if there is somebody around you with a grumpy face, or if you're feeling stuck right now, or if you're, you know, or somebody who is very tired in the mornings maybe, you know, that need an extra cup of coffee this morning. Who knows? But, you know, something about maybe not feeling joyful right now. And that's totally okay. You are where you are. Just allow that to be. You know, nothing wrong with it. It will change tomorrow, you know, taking one day at a time. There's also a piano here. So I don't know if you play the piano, if you know somebody who plays the piano, if you love piano music, or if you are someone maybe who needs more music in your life in general. Music can also lift our spirits. If you're feeling grumpy and down, maybe put on some fun music, get up and dance, or some beautiful music. If you need a good cry, you know, put on some classical music maybe, or some music that moves you. If there's something that you need to move through, if you're experiencing anxiety, then feel that through. By all means, contact a therapist if needed. And make sure that you don't escape it. Try to escape it, because that's never going to work. It's just going to pop right back up, and then stronger than it was before. So set aside the time then to feel that through. you know, and then you can put on some fun music and get up and dance and kind of shift that energy once you felt it through. But don't try to use it as escaping from emotions. Emotions are always true. Emotions just tell you how the situation is. It's the ego that starts giving you all these bad ideas and stuff, you know. So difference there, right? Anyways, that's all I had for you, number 2. I hope this made sense. I'm wishing you a beautiful week. Until the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, number 3. So if you pick the snow quartz, then this is your reading. We're going to pull 6 cards as we always do in the weekly. So, whoops, there's cards that just pop on out here. So let me just shuffle a little bit before we get into this. So I hope you're having a good week so far. I hope that you are doing well, number 3. Let us see where we go this week, what kind of energies you might bump up against, and Spirit's advice on how to maneuver those energies. Pulling 6 cards. Let's see. You have the 4 of Cups. Okay. Oh, the Sun. Beautiful. That is beautiful. And the 8 of Cups. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. 9 of Swords. Okay. Wow, this is all over the place. The Lovers. Okay. Underneath, the 10 of Wands. And there we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Okay, so for some of you, this is actually regarding a relationship. Not for everybody, but let's go there first. So I'm seeing this fella here, and I'm not trusting him. I'm sorry. I just, it was just something. It's just, for me, it just looked like a player. I'm sorry. I just have to say that. And there's a 10 of Wands on top, so a heavy burden. I don't know if some of you have been in a relationship where there's a person that maybe is not interested in a relationship in the long run. Maybe that person is more interested in just here and now and having some fun and not really being serious about things. So that might be for some of you. That just came to me and I have to share. And that will leave you, of course, in a situation where you are not feeling well. And the need for almost cutting, this person is cutting their own hair, but it's about cutting something out of your life, you know. Cutting this relationship out because it's hurting you. So that might be for some of you here. But let us see what other ways we can look upon this, because you have the 10 of Pentacles here, which is about inheritance. It can be about generations. It can be about your family, kind of wider family, and it can be about your own personal happiness and abundance. You know, building that heritage legacy for yourself. Sorry. Just need some water here. Suddenly my throat just did not want to cooperate. I'm just going to take a throat pastel here to make sure I'm not coughing in the middle of this. I'm still struggling a little bit with the cold, but pushing through. Okay, just a second here. Okay, so this can be about building your legacy, and it can be about an offer coming to you, but you're not sure you want to accept it. You're not sure if this is the way to go, so you're kind of holding back, you're waiting, you're not sure. Because you are aiming for the sun here. You are aiming for that happy ever after. You're aiming for that, you know, I feel like you are not wanting to do this over and over and over again. You want to do this one time, go for the one thing that's right for you, and then end up in the happy space, right? But there's all sorts of stuff going on here. This is sleepless nights. It's your head. It might be your ego just having too much chatter. As you can see here, she's holding her arms, hands over her ears, feeling like it's just too much, okay? I just need a break. And so it might be your ego that's coming in your own way here, weighing this offer or weighing this new back and forth and up and down and saying, no, this is never going to work, you're not good enough, or this is not for you, or stuff like that. So that might be why the Nine of Swords comes up. Might also be anxiety, might also be afraid of stepping into this new, because, you know, it's better to do the safe route. And also you have been experiencing some heavy burdens before, and you don't want to end up there. So you're kind of, no, I'm not sure I want this. So for some of you, it might be the right way to cut it out of your life and to move away from it and to aim for something else. You have to feel where that resonates. For others of you, this might just be your own ego coming in your way, okay? Coming in your way of a good relationship when it comes to a lover, when it comes to good relationship with spirit, good relationship with a friend, with work, you know, this can be many, many things. But also remember that the lovers could also be a representative for a choice, okay? So what do you choose? You have to feel your resonance here. That's the only thing I can tell you, because I can never tell you what to do. You have to feel into your resonance. Is this for me? Or is it not? Okay? So I'm going to pull some oracle cards here as well for you. Let's see what Spirit has to say from the oracle cards regarding the situation. Opening to discovery. Okay. That might mean that there's more to discover before taking the choice, before making a decision. Or it can be an invitation to open up for something totally new that might come your way. You have to feel where that resonates for you. A grand symphony. Now that for me is very happy news. I feel like there's something that's hidden here, okay? That's my feeling. There's something that's hidden that you haven't seen before. Either the blessings are already in your life and you're just not seeing it, or there's something new on the horizon that you haven't seen yet. And that's very much what the Four of Cups is about. And I feel like it will give you that, it would give you that happy ever after that you are waiting for, that you are wanting. But there's something about not being able to see it is what I feel, okay? One last card. Shining through. Okay, so I feel like the information you need wants to shine through, but there's some sort of blockage from seeing it, okay? There also might be an invitation here to just shine on through, just keep on shining and don't give up, because it will be resolved in the end, okay? Let's see what underneath this Knight here. Ah, the Three of Cups, celebration, okay? So I feel like there is a potential for really landing in a very good place, but there is something you need to see here. There's something you need to learn, so open up. Also an invitation to keep on shining the true you and not being put aside or put down by somebody or be told that you're not good enough. So that's also something I'm hearing. Let's do some charms for you in the end here, number 3. Okay, so you got a bus or a truck here, so there might be some travel for you in this coming week. Yeah, you have a train as well, so definitely some travel. You have a flower, so something is blossoming and blooming here, but as I said, you might not be seeing it. There's a button here, and a button can mean many things. It can be holding on for dear life. Maybe it's time to open, let go. But it can also kind of be button up, you know, and show up. Just be there and be present and keep on shining, you know, that kind of message. There's a paw here, so maybe you have an animal that can help you or comfort you, or maybe you should go for a walk with an animal. Maybe you should just go visit somebody that has an animal. An animal and being part of nature might be good for you right now. Now you have a smiling snowman here. So that might say that, you know, it might be a symbol for winter, that things are changing this winter, or come winter, wherever you are. Might also be an invitation to go outside and play in snow or in nature in general. Take that as it resonates. You have a piano here as well, a grand piano. I don't know if you play the piano, love the piano, listen to piano music, or an invitation for more music in your life in general. That might also lift your spirit or get you into an energy of seeing things clearly. Or maybe you could do some meditation music, or maybe you should do some classical music to really get into the flow of you, of the true you. And maybe there are some answers for you in that situation, in that meditation. Who knows? Anyways, this is what I had, number 3. I'm wishing you a beautiful week, and until the next time I see you.